Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, but I am Penge, and welcome to In Search of a Home, which is a strategy, space exploration and survival game where we are put in command of a small fleet of spaceships, not unlike those you see before you on the screen there, and they found themselves stuck in space with nowhere to call home, and you can see why on the screen. So it says our ravenous appetite for growth overcame us until our world could not be sustained. So they have depleted their world of all natural resources. They have destroyed their home planet, and now they've had to take to space to try and find somewhere else to live. Is that a cautionary tale? I suspect it might be a little bit of a cautionary tale. So we've got to guide these people around the galaxy, jumping to new worlds, gathering resources, trying to keep people happy, upgrading ships and all that kind of stuff. Think Battlestar Galactica, if you like, because Battlestar Galactica, they were sort of wandering on the galaxy doing jumps and stuff, but without the Cylons, but still with lots of troublesome humans to handle. I think that's kind of a good way to think about this game. It's currently in early access, so we know the drill with that. There might be bugs and bits aren't finished and all that kind of stuff. And if you're interested, there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description below if you want to go and check it out. And we got given a key for this by the developer, so thank you very much, developer folks. That's very kind of you. I think we're ready to go. Let's go and see if we can find a new home somewhere in the universe. And here we go. So before you start a new game, there is a ship drafting phase where we get to pick 4 ships from a little sort of list down this side to join our flagship that we are automatically given. And they form the fleet that is going to go around the universe and try and find a new home. And all the ships have got different types and classes, and they bring different kind of qualities to the fleet. Our flagship up here is just given to us. It's called the Toro. It has a population of 272 out of 300 people on it. And these here are the 4 main resource types. So we've got food, which obviously people are going to eat. We've got metal, which we use to build stuff. We've got fuel, which we use to make jumps. And we've got gas. Now, I think gas is used to convert into fuel. I don't know if gas has another function in the game. I'm not entirely sure. We might well find out. And then there's installation. So these are essentially things that are on the ship. So this ship here has a jump drive, so it can make ETL jumps. It's got a reactor, so it's got power. It's got a hangar, so it's got little shuttles, and it's got a long-range scanner on board, and then it's got 3 empty slots. Because it's the flagship, it's presumably quite big, so we can build extra things on there if we want to. And the ship abilities kind of come from the installations most of the time. So because we have a hangar, we can send little ships out from the hangar to go and exploit resources from a planet, and because it's a long-range scanner, we can perform long-range scans, funnily enough, which will identify other places that we can jump to. There is a captain. So Captain Zing on our flagship, they are efficient. That is their little sort of skill. And that means that the ship reduces installation, build and upgrade costs by 50%. So if we want to upgrade any of these things, or if we want to build some more stuff, it's 50% cheaper. That could be very, very good indeed. And now we've got 4 more slots. So we have to pick from the ones that are presented on the side. So this is it. We have a choice of either this one or this one. So a medical ship or a luxury ship. Okay. So this one has an unpronounceable name. The what? The Quetzalcoatl. That's some sort of Aztec thing. I think I've seen that in Civilization. So it's not. And do you know what? It's actually got quite a few resources on it. It's got quite a few resources. It's got quite a bit of metal, a little bit of gas, brings a little bit of food to the party. What does the captain do? The captain has the skill Broad Spectrum Scanning ability, which scans all celestial objects in a system once per game. Okay, so that can only be used once per the entire game. So, yeah, that's going to be quite tricky to determine when is the best time to use that. Or we've got a luxury ship called the Hiddleston. Bit more populations, they're going to eat a bit more food. They bring far less materials to the party. Okay, they bring a little bit more fuel, but in terms of one of their skills, they do have this here. They have the Grand Celebration, which boosts people's morale. That's quite good. So it uses up quite a bit of food and quite a bit of metal, but it boosts morale. And I have given this game a little go, and I found it quite hard. And that was because I kept getting everyone's morale so low. Everyone got so cross with me. They just chucked me out of an airlock or whatever. So I think that might be quite useful. They've got the jump drive and the reactor. They also have some sensors. And that means that they can scan planets for resources. So we'll have the Hiddleston. Thank you very much. And then we get a choice of freighters, medical ships, or the... 2 medical ships. Okay. Now, this is intriguing because this has a hydroponics bay. which means that we grow our own food. And that could be very useful indeed. And a fuel factory as well. The ghost bear looks very good. You're intimidating, so you can belay that order. Once per game, you can cancel all the active quests. We'll come to quests in a moment. Okay, that's interesting. So we can refine fuel, we can stop any quests, and we're growing our own food. I think it might have to be you. I think it might have to be the ghost bear. That thing, yeah, once per game, jump without losing fuel. 25% chance that each ship is lost. That's a little bit desperate, and that one has no abilities at all. That ship does not provide anything. It provides a bit of food, but that one provides food and can also refine fuel. So we'll have the ghost bear. Then we've got a military ship or a science ship. Okay, that's quite intriguing. Reckless exploit. Exploit planets that haven't been scanned. Okay, and that's experimental. You can scan everything as well. You also have a hydroponics bay, but this one also has a hydroponics bay. Okay, what do we do with that then? Which one do we choose? Because they're both providing a bit of food. This one can do a long-range scan, but our main flagship can do the long-range scan. So I don't think we need that. I think let's go for the Cheadle. Also, it provides more food and metal and gas, indeed. Not as much fuel, but we'll have the Cheadle. Okay, we'll have a bit of that. And then ideally, we want one that can go and gather resources. We want one that can go and gather resources from a planet, because at the moment, the only one that can go down to a planet and get resources from it is the flagship. So I'm looking at to you, this freight here, the Tsukuyomi, this here, the Enterprise. Ah, oh, what a shame. I don't think we'll be taking the Enterprise. So this one here, the Hiddleston, can scan sort of planets in the solar system, whatever we're in, for resources. So then this one here can go and exploit the resources. I think we take this ship, because that can also exploit resources. And it's got a hangar, which is good, and a fuel factory, and the captain is agrarian. That means that if we install a hydroponics bay, and there is a slot, it produces 50% more food. Okay, let's take that then. All ships chosen and ready to jump, Captain. So as you can see, yeah, there's a variety of things. We've got 2 freighters, a luxury ship, a military ship, and then our flagship. Okay, here we go. Let us jump. So 462 survivors remain. That is it. And we're just sort of going to pop in. There we go. Whee! So we have arrived. Now, the thing is, there is no pause. So we're going to have to do this relatively quick. So the 2 screens that we look at are close up to the fleet, zoomed out to look at everything. So we've teleported, jumped here, and there's a few planets around. There's this one here, which is barren, a desert planet, another barren planet a bit further away, and then these asteroids. So we can get the ships to go and do some stuff. So the Toro, right now, that's the flagship. Let's do a long-range scan with that to scan for where we can jump to next. The Hiddleston can do this. So it can scan a celestial object. So let's pick that barren one just there. And then, did we have another one that can scan? No, so that's the only one that can do scanning at the moment. We'll refine some fuel. So we'll turn some gas, 40 gas, into 4 fuel. Because at the moment, we're down to 18 fuel. So that could be quite good if we could get some fuel underway. The Cheadle, what can that do? So that could scan all the celestial bodies at once. If we run the scanners at 9,000%, it says there. So if we use that ability, which is a once per game thing, it would scan all of these planets for every resource they've got. But I don't think we want to do that right now. That thing there exploits planets that haven't been scanned. That could be a little bit dangerous, couldn't it? And the Tsukuyomi, that can grab resources from a planet and refine some fuel. What we might do is, we could do with getting a... we've already got a fuel thing in there, haven't we? Somewhere else is refining fuel. How about this place? You're the... what was your ability? You're agrarian. How about on here, we build ourselves, if we can, a hydroponics bay. We need 160 metals. We've got 329 metals. We haven't got enough power. Okay, let's take the fuel factory out, unpower the fuel factory, because there is a certain amount of fuel provided by that, power provided by the reactor. So that reactor has now freed up a power slot. And now we can build this hydroponics bay because it requires 1 power. That will make food, but because we've got this captain on board and she's agrarian, it'll make more food. So we'll get that built. A little bubble appears to show that we've taken some stuff away. Right. So we have scanned this planet and we've found some metal, which is useful I would quite like to find some food, because food is quite difficult. And now the morale is coming down. So you can see here, so people's morale can be hopeful, content, uneasy, worried, or hopeless. So at the moment we're on content, but it did imply then that it was dropping a little bit. There was a little hint that it was coming down. So what we want to do is we want to scan this thing here. That thing is going to build, which is fine. Once that is scanned, we can actually speed things up a little bit, although that does come down very quickly when we do this because time is moving very quickly. So we'll scan that object, put time back to there. Which one can go and grab something? The Toro couldn't it? So let's get the flagship to now go and grab. It's just a load of metal. It's just a load of metal. So we go out and grab everything that we have, that we've examined on sort of an astral body. So because we've gone and found these 2 resources on here, we can then go and grab ourselves some metal. And that's useful. That metal will come in handy. I would prefer it if there was food. I mean, I guess maybe looking on a barren planet wasn't going to be the best, but maybe looking on a desert planet isn't going to produce much food either. So we need to wait 14 hours for the little ships to go down to the barren planet and bring all the metal back. So we'll speed time on. Okay, right, they've gone to unease already. And that's because we're staying in one place. We're just staying in one place for too long and they don't really like it. So we're going to grab those resources. That comes down to here, a little bubble. We're eating some food. Now the Tsukuyomi has got its hydroponics bay in, so we are generating some food. I think let's jump. We have ourselves a location, and we did that by doing the long-range scan from the flagship. So we've got ourselves one place which we can jump to. It's called Zubenishamali. Right, you are. And yes, common types, frozen and barren. So we might not find much food there, but at least we can jump there and hopefully it will give people a little bit of hope. So we clear off from that place. We see how many people are left. 462 down to 458. Okay, so 4 people died in transit. I don't know, maybe they didn't have their seatbelts on or whatever. And now you can see down here, we have a few missions because there are factions. So we've got 59 hours to complete the request for this faction here, the Sodality faction. They want us to build an installation, which is annoying because we've already built one on another ship. And the Apex Division want us to exploit a barren planet. There is a barren planet just there. So maybe we could go and do that. So which one does the scanning? Do you know what? There's quite a lot of astral bodies here. Why don't we take some time and do this? No, which one is it? That one. Broad spectrum scanning. Once per game, scan all celestial bodies. Let's do that. Let's scan everything. 15 hours it's going to take. And then on the Hiddleston, can we do this thing? 50 metals we can easily do. We've got 215 and 100 food, but that boosts the morale. So let's do that. Let's have a grand celebration because people are a little bit uneasy at the moment and that might really help. And our food is okay. We're consuming 53. We're creating 28 from hydroponics, and the captain, who's agrarian, is producing another 4 food per day. So we are losing food per day, but not at a really, really ridiculous rate. So the grand celebration is done, and people are content once more. Okay, so we've appeased the people for a little while, and we might do that as well. Once per jump, if we spend 20 metals, we have a little tiny morale boost because we build some sort of glorious monument. Okay, let's get this broad spectrum scanning done. In fact, have we got lots of gas? Let's also, where's a gas refinery one? Who can refine gas? Refine fuel. There we go. Let's get some more fuel on board. We'll finish your scanning. Okay, so now we can see what's on all of these worlds. Oh my goodness me. There's so much organic stuff on there. Right, Toro. That one does want us to exploit a barren planet. What's on the barren planet? Just lots of metal. Just a bit rubbish. I want that because it's got organics. That has quite a lot of organics on it as well. Do you know what? Let's go to that one. We'll exploit the resources of that planet, please. And because we've uncovered all these, our little ships can go and pick up all of these things. So they can pick up metals, gas, and, more excitingly, all of these organics. Which is very good because that's food and we can eat that. That might keep us alive, which is brilliant. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is, what if we don't do these? If we don't do these, what happens? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Let's get them to do this glorious monument thing. So once per jump, morale plus. So, yeah, how much do we need? We need 20 metals. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's put a glorious monument. That takes 12 hours. So it's about the same time it's going to take to get those resources on board. So if we do that, grab the resources from that planet, the glorious monument means we can actually have ourselves a little bit of a morale boost. Does anybody want to do anything else? Oh, you can exploit resources. Go and grab the stuff from the barren planet. Why didn't I do that previously? Okay, must remember that they're both there. So there we go. A load of stuff has come in. Yes. Okay, right. That was excellent. We've got loads of stuff. Okay, good. That's all good news. Right, we're exploiting resources from the barren planet, which is good. So that'll come in. Yay, we've done that. That should... Oh, no, that's reckless exploit a barren planet. Oh, I'm not going to do that. And we failed that thing just there. So I don't know what that means if we fail. Right, we now need you to do a long-range scan for 12 hours. And we'll get you to exploit... what do we want to exploit? The big planet. Let's go and exploit the big planet, please. So let's get loads of stuff off there. And then, hopefully, we'll have a decent long-range scan so we can find somewhere to go. And we'll grab a massive load of resources from here, including gas and all sorts of good stuff. We are going through the food a little bit. We're going to grab a massive load of food in a second. So there we go. More food coming in. That is very encouraging. Right, they're uneasy, however, so we need to jump because they're getting a little bit fussy. Oh my goodness, and we're jumping all the way over here, right to the edge of the system. I can safely jump to our system with no losses. Okay, so let's jump. Everyone put your seatbelts on this time. We don't want anyone falling out their chairs. Oh, loads of people didn't put their seatbelts on. They were too busy at the little party on the luxury ship. Okay, oh, there's loads of things here. There's loads and loads of things. Right, you do a long-range scan. We're going to need to start scanning some objects. Let's scan... Yeah, that wants us to exploit a molten planet. Let's go to that molten planet, because there's only one thing on there. So we might be to exploit that and then just get out of here is what I'm thinking. Can we just get out of here? That would be nice. And then, yeah, once that's scanned that object, we are going to do a glorious monument as well to get people's morale back up. So let's just speed time up a little bit. Now, this is what did me in before. The morale just plummeted, and I struggled when I had my little sort of my little runs on this. I didn't do very well. So we'll build a glorious monument. 92 metal on there. Do you know what? Let's get you to do that, and let's get the Toro to do another long-range scan. Okay, history of the Starfarers. So the captain of the Cheadlers appeared and said, Emilio Perez has finished his magnum opus, History of the Starfarers. It's an inspiring history of humanity's success against the rigours of space. Okay, how shall we proceed? We can either cycle it to every datapad across the fleet, which increases morale, or the work trivialises the mysterious grandeur of the void. Hold it from the masses that they will remain in pious deference. The conclave will compensate you for your support. So we can get a load of food, or we can increase morale. I think given that we're on the mid level of morale on unease, I think let's get it to every datapad across the fleet and everyone can have a good old read. So yes, please, History of the Starfarers gets us back up to content. Phew. Okay, right, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. The resources are being exploited off of that planet. The Cheadle is doing nothing at the moment. Exploit planets that haven't been scanned. It costs 50 metal, but we don't know what it's going to bring us back. I'm not going to do that right now. That can cancel all the active quests. Yeah, they're going to collect metal. So we will succeed in that, actually. We'll pass that. And then we're doing another long-range scan and a glorious monument as well. So let's just see if we can get this done. Oh, actually, can you refine some fuel? Can you do that? Oh, I should have done that earlier, really, shouldn't I? I should have done that much, much earlier. We do have a new jump location. G... I don't know what the G and the M means. Oh, star class. That's a yellow dwarf. And that's a red dwarf. Okay. We might go to that one. Asteroids and barren. Okay. Probably worth a look, I would think. Okay, let's get this fuel. In fact, we've got enough fuel now, haven't we? We've got enough fuel when this exploit thing's done. So we're not very long at all. Yay, we've done that. We've succeeded with this request just here. What do we get from that? Do they give us anything nice? I'm not entirely sure they do. So you're still refining fuel. I think we can still jump whilst you're refining fuel. So let's go over to look at this yellow dwarf. So we can all just go thumb, thumb, thumb and pop off to look at the yellow dwarf. This is all good. The number of survivors... Oh, we didn't come down that many then. That's quite good. I was expecting everything to be a bit yellow, if I'm completely honest. But okay. Frozen planet, molten planet, asteroids. Okay. Toro, long-range scan. And Hiddleston, scan... I don't know, which is... I'm kind of thinking about food. But I don't think any of these are going to have food. You do that. Scan the frozen planet. And how about we do... How much metal have we got? 332 metal. Okay, how about on the Tsukuyomi, how about we upgrade the reactor? So can we upgrade our reactor, please, to give us a bit of power? So a little bit more power. That's what gases are used for. They're used for upgrades. So that gives us a little bit more power. And then we can build a slightly better hydroponics bay to get some more food in. So we'll upgrade our reactor, which is lovely. They want us to build an installation. I think you guys can clear off with your irritating missions. Okay, can we do anything else? We might possibly need to refine some more fuel. We don't seem to have too much fuel. We also do need some more gases. If we could get some more gases, that would be great. And a reckless exploit. 50 metals. Exploit planets that haven't been scanned. Let's just do that on that molten planet. Let's just go and grab something off that molten planet. So everybody's doing something. Toro, what do we want to do with you? Let's wait for this celestial object scan to be done. On the frozen planet, was it? Did we do that? Yes, scanning. So what's on there? A little bit of food. Okay, right. Hiddleston, scan that again. Toro, scan and do another long-range scan to see if we can find anywhere else. The people are content. So this is looking pretty good. Tsukuyomi, yeah, no point going to grab that because all I'll do is grab the organic. So we'll have to make multiple trips. So we might as well not do that. Okay, move time on. Hang on. Have you upgraded your reactor yet? Yes, level 2 installation. Oh, it kind of happens quite quickly then, does it? Okay. So then can we upgrade that, the hydroponics? Food output increased to 150%. 80 metals, 20 gases. Okay, let's do that. So that means that we can get better hydroponics in, which means we can make more food. Because food is becoming a little bit worryingly low, and I don't like it being that low. Right, 19 metal. Okay, Hiddleston, do your glorious monument. Toro, do another scan. Ghost Bear, you can't do anything right now. You can't do anything at the minute. That's been upgraded. So we now have on the Tsukuyomi an upgraded hydroponics bay, which is very good. More food. More food is always good. This is going to reckless exploit, a massive load of metal. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, now that's quite good because that gives us metal and we can do that next time. How about then we grab the metal and the organic from there using you. And once we've done that, we just get out of here. How about we just leg it out of this system and go somewhere else? Hopefully, by that point, we've got a good target. All jump targets have been scanned. Oh dear, it's gone back down to an ease. Oh no, we've built a glorious monument as well, and it's still going down. Okay, we've exploited some resources, gives us a bit of food. Okay, where can we jump to? K, orange dwarf. We need someone with food. F, a yellow-white dwarf. Or M. Yeah, so that's a red dwarf. That's frozen and barren. Habitability, never. Habitability, never. Habitability, never. This is rare. A yellow-white dwarf. Let's go there, shall we? Let's jump over to the yellow-white dwarf and just have a look at what's going on. So, we've not got many people left. Jump 5. Oh dear. Oh, this place is terrible. It's all just frozen ice worlds. Oh no. Okay, Toro, scan for a new place for us to go because this place is terrible. You can build a glorious monument, and I think the morale goes back up a little bit when we jump because people are full of hope that this might be the place where they can live. Ghost Bear, find and gather metal. Okay, we'll probably do that. The Cheadle, reckless exploit, which has got more things. On it. Move out of the way. That one. So reckless exploit that place, please. And Tsukuyomi can't do anything. Ghost Bear can't do anything. Okay, we could do with gas. We could do with gas to help us get some more fuel. We also need some more food. Please give us some more food. Although I suppose the more people that are dying as we jump, the less food we need. Of course, that might well affect their morale. And in fact, yeah, population just went down by 2. We can't do a grand celebration because we haven't got enough food, unfortunately. Well, we've not got enough food to be comfortable. Tsukuyomi can't do much. We can't do any refining fuel just there. Hiddleston can scan an object. Do you know what? Let's do that. Let's scan that object whilst we're here, because we might as well. So we're doing a long-range scan. Content. Oh, that's stagnation. So yeah, so now we're staying in the same place. They're all getting a little bit scared. Okay, what's... Oh, they've grabbed all that stuff. Oh, is that gas? Oh, lovely. Right, okay, so we got some gases. I don't think it's enough for us to refine, but we got some food and some gas. There is a bit of metal on there. Do you know what? 18 metal. Let's exploit that. When that's done, we will get the heck out of here. We will just run away from this place and get out. We've got all the targets scanned that we can do. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? That's all we can do right now. So yeah, we'll wait for the... Do you know what? I'm not even that bothered about grabbing that metal. Let's just jump somewhere else right now. So K or M again. Habitability, never and never. Algorab, because it's an orange dwarf. We're just going to go through all the different colours of dwarves. We've gone through red, yellow, white. Now go to orange. I want to get to mauve, magenta, puce. Is there a star class of a puce dwarf? I want to go to a puce dwarf system, please. Right, okay. We'll jump to there. Why the heck not? Ooh, sodality has gone down. Is that because we didn't complete their mission? Okay, so we didn't lose that many people. That's quite encouraging. We plonk back into this place. Oh dear, this place is really awful. Oh my goodness. A frozen world and some asteroids. Right, you get scanning. You build your glorious monument to try and get people a bit happy. What's your thing? Build an installation. We could give that a go. And you can just recklessly exploit that place. So that's good. So yeah, we'll go and recklessly exploit that. We don't need to do anything in here. What can we build? What can we build that's going to be of any kind of use? Now, one thing you can do is you can increase the crew quarters, which does make people a little bit happier because people are fed up of being sort of squished together in tiny spaceship crew quarters. So we could, once that long-range scan is done, make the crew quarters bigger. In fact, I think if we go to upgrade, does that not have a crew quarters? Oh, it's just their extra living quarters. Does need an extra unit of power, however. Do we want to upgrade? If anything, I'd be tempted to upgrade our flagship. Because I think some of the ships can leave. Depending on certain situations, some of the ships do leave. So let's get this done. Get the glorious monument in. Okay, so good. That's gone back up. We've got a place to jump to if it comes to it. How about we upgrade the reactor? 40 metals. We've got 107. 10 gases. We've got 39. I'm hoping this brings back some gas. Let's upgrade the reactor. Let's hope against hope that this exploit here brings back some gas from this planet. Oh, hello. A scientist on the Cheadle requests gas to attempt an experiment that converts it into food. How shall we proceed? Give her what she needs on the condition of an aggressive deadline. Give her the resources and fund a peer group to aid the study. So that's 10 gas. That is 10 metal and 20 gas. Do you know what? Yeah, go on, let's do this one. Let's hope that you can turn it into food, and let's just pin our hopes. That had minus food. That was terrible. Let's pin our hopes on this bringing back a massive load of gas. It brought back gas. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, right. That's very good. And we got 100 food. Oh, okay. Wow, this is swings and roundabouts. The scientist experiment succeeds, but a surprise explosion tragically ends her life. How shall we proceed? I don't know, mourn for a bit maybe, that she was really clever and now she's dead. So we can't do that again, which is unfortunate. 100 food, -1 population. Okay, well there we go. We're okay for food. We're looking pretty good for food. We've got everything from there. Those asteroids. How about we go and scan them? So, oh no, go slow. But where's the scanning thing? You go to there and scan those. Toro, do another galactic sort of scan. How about, yeah, that quest isn't so bad. So we'll do that. The Cheadle, Reckless exploit. We could have recklessly exploited that, but that's fine. And Tsukuyomi can't do anything. Okay, so let's wait for these things to complete. We're back down to unease again. Do not like unease. It makes me feel weird, uneasy. Okay, right. 14 metal. That's not what I wanted. I want gas. We need fuel. We need to find gas to turn it into fuel. Do you know what? Let's jump. Let's just get the heck out of here. Habitability never. Habitability never. Do we go to Al Sha'in or Alganib? Oh, if we go to there, we might have losses from jumping. Oh, okay. Oh, no, hang on. Just there. You can safely jump to this system with no losses. Did it not just say there was losses from jumping just there? I swear it said that up in the corner. Let's go up to this place. A red dwarf or that one there. Although common type's desert. That might have gas. Because, heat makes gas. I don't know. Let's go to that one. We could do with a desert world, please. Please give us a desert world. It would be really useful. Quite a lot of people are alive still, which is encouraging. So, pow, pow, pow. In we come. These are not desert worlds. These are just frozen worlds again. Okay. Find and gather metal. Failure, mutinies. That's good. We also need gas because we have entirely no fuel left. Oh dear. Okay, right. You can build your glorious monument to get hope up. You can recklessly exploit that just there because hopefully that will bring back some gas and also some metal. So you can do that and you can do nothing and you can do nothing. Although we might use your belay that order thing. If we don't get any metal from here, then we might belay this order to make sure that one of our ships doesn't mutiny away. Okay, right. Move time on. Here we go. Come on. Give us the glorious monument. This ship's going to be full of monuments. It's just everyone has their own monument. There's monuments for everybody. Okay, so there we go. We've got a new jump location. We're getting another one underway. Food is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with food. Metal is not good. And gas is not good. And fuel is nothing. So we can't jump. We can't jump right now. Also, we are using 43 food, but we're making 40. So that's not actually so bad. That's actually quite good. We're sort of keeping on top of food-ish. We're losing a little bit, but when we find stuff from these planets, that's quite useful. Actually, Hiddleston, can you just scan that whilst we're there, please? That would be quite handy to do. So yeah, you scan that. And let's move time on a little bit quicker. So long range scan is going to be complete. Reckless exploit is going to be done. Organic metal, gas, organic. Oh my goodness me. Metals and gas. Right. Ghost Bear, get refining that fuel, please. Give us some fuel. And then this, we want to have fuel as well. If we could get some fuel off that, that would be very, very handy indeed. We won't recklessly exploit that again, because that could be bad. How about now? Power used 2 out of 4. We could... we can't have all these things. I want to build as a crew quarters to improve the morale for 30 metals. We've got 112. Let's get that built. And 30 metals kind of flies over there. We're refining some fuel. I imagine we're not going to go very far without the fuel. Hang on a minute. What was on there? Metal 21. Okay, do that again. Just keep scanning that thing. Scan the celestial object again. If it's got gas, we want it. Because we could do with a little bit more gas to generate just the tiniest bit more fuel. We have 4 fuel. We're back to unease. 8 pops have just gone all a bit quiet. They've died. Okay, what was it? Metal. Living quarters built. Content. Okay, this is marvellous. Okay, scan this object. Please be gas. Please be 32 gas. That would be excellent. If it was 32 gas, that would be great. And it's a load of metal, which is well worth going to get. So we'll send that over, because then we can get more. We can build like another crew quarters or something somewhere. But it's not gas. Now I'm a bit worried as to how we cope with 4 fuel for 5 ships. Does each ship need 1 fuel to jump? I don't think it does, because we've not gone through that much fuel since we started, have we? Okay, 120 metal comes our way. Here we go. How does this work when we jump? They've gone down to worried, which is very bad. Okay, habitability, never. Oh no, we've got losses. Oh no. Okay, we're going to have losses from jumping. Okay, what happens? So ships 4, popularity 349, fuel 4, food 180. What? We're going to lose all those things if we jump. Oh my goodness me. And that's going up because time is moving on as I dither about clicking these buttons. Orange dwarf, usually many asteroids, barren and frozen. Many frozen and barren. Well, the agony of choice. Let's go to this one. Okay, one of the ships has exploded, which weird enough has brought the morale down, and a load of people have died. Now, which ship has exploded? That's quite a lot of barren worlds right there. Okay, so the flagship is still in place. The posh ship is still in place. Build your glorious monument because everybody is miserable. Ghost Bear, belay that order. We don't need to. And the Cheadle is the reckless exploit. Oh no! Oh no! We've lost the only one that. Oh no, you can scan. You can scan. The Hiddleston can do scanning. Okay, right. We can't do much at the moment. I think they're worried. What we might need to do is. Okay, so you do a long-range scan. Lovely. Okay, Glorious Monument gives us a little bit of a boost. Yeah, they've took pretty much everything. We've got no fuel. We've got hardly any metal. We've got not much gas, and we've not got that much food. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, did they take the? Oh, they took the really good. The ship that blew up was the one with the really good. Oh no, it was the one with the really good hydroponics things on it. Oh dear. Okay, right. Don't really know what to do. We can't recklessly exploit any of these because we haven't got enough metal. So we're going to need you to scan and then just keep scanning. I think this might be as far as we get. I think it's all going to go wrong. Either the people are going to mutiny against us. Yeah, they don't like it. But we can't jump because we haven't got any fuel. We don't have enough fuel. Okay, that scans some metal. That's good. Is there any gas on there? Or any fuel? Maybe someone's left some fuel behind. That would be nice. Toro, just do another long-range scan. Just for the sake of it. Just to make it look like you're doing something. Okay. Oh, dearie me. Okay. Oh, more metal. No, we want gas. Please give us gas. Although if we get that metal... Okay, right. Here's the plan. Do this. Scan this celestial object. It's become hopeless. All hope is becoming lost. Oh, it was just because we ran out of fuel. We were doing so well. We were doing really well until we ran out of fuel. Right. Somebody wants to do this food thing again. I think we learnt last time that it kind of explodes and kills you. We don't have the resources. We don't have the gas available. I do apologise. I'm very sorry. Please don't mutiny. Okay, so now we know there's a massive pile of metal on there. We need to go and get the metal off there, which means you need to go and grab that. So that might mean that if we've got enough metal, if we can get this metal off here, if everybody can just stop panicking for the next 12 hours, everyone just go and have nice hot baths, lie down in the dark, maybe read a book. We must have books. No! 8 hours away. Oh no, we've dissatisfied our people so much they demanded your demotion and eventual exile. You live out your remaining days alone in the vastness of cold, empty space, knowing you have left your people anxiety-ridden and hopeless. Gee, thanks. Well, you've given me all sorts of good feelings right there. Final score, so population 287, sodality, so these are the sort of the factions. They were indifferent. So we got 400 points from their indifference. And Apex Division, we got 200 points from their unfriendliness. That's nice. We completed 8 jumps for 2,000 points and 4 ships survived, which is 2,000 points, for a total of 4,887 points. Oh no. We go on jump 8. Now I think at the start it said that one of the factions predicted 12 jumps before we actually could find maybe a new home. So, we were sort of 2/3 of the way there. But yeah, that's not good enough. So I've now just been sort of exiled, goodness knows where, and I just live out my remaining days alone in the vastness of cold, empty space. Oh, well, lovely. As long as they've left me with a working kettle, a mug, some water, and a massive supply of tea bags, I think I should be fine. And there we go. That was In Search of a Home. And I really enjoyed that. I think that is a very good and very interesting little game. It's very challenging. I'll give it that. It's a very challenging, difficult game that I think you learn from the more you play. So the more you fail, the more ideas you get about what you can do next time to actually try and get better. Because that run that we watched just there was my 4th run through. So I had played it 3 more times before the one that we just saw. And brilliantly enough, the one that we just saw was the furthest I've ever got, which was very good. So it made me look like I knew what I was doing. But yeah, I think you learn from it. So the first time I played, I didn't know really what I was looking for. So I just sort of clicked a few ships and went, yeah, that'll do. I didn't pick one of the luxury ships because I thought, we don't need that. We don't need all this luxury stuff. Give me something useful to do with resources. And also the first time I played, I didn't pick any ships that could scan the surface of the planet for resources. I had one that could recklessly exploit them, but that cost 50 metal every time. And sometimes it was okay, because you go, right, okay, I've collected 70 metal from that planet and a load of other stuff. But sometimes there wasn't metal. There wasn't metal on the planets or in the asteroids. So you spend 50 metal and not get any back. And eventually I ran out of metal, so I couldn't recklessly exploit anything. I couldn't go and scan anything else because I didn't have any scanning options, so I couldn't pick up any resources. So the food ran out and the gas ran out and everything just went horribly wrong. So it does come down a lot to the choices you get at the start. Obviously, there's an element of luck in there because it's all randomly generated stuff. So sometimes you might get a good combo, sometimes you might get a bad combo. But yeah, I think it's one of those games that you'll play, you'll fail, and you'll kind of learn new ways to approach it next time. Alas, it was not meant to be for us this time round, though, was it? Because I'm floating around in space somewhere, presumably looking for somewhere to plug in my kettle so I can make a cup of tea. But I would like to think that the captain or the leader or whoever took over from me was able to lead those 200-odd people home. I'd like to just sort of imagine that that's the case, because otherwise it's a bit of a sad tale. So yeah, let's finish it on a high. They actually found their home, and I found somewhere to plug the kettle in, and we shall leave it like that. Hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, then please do leave a like. That would be very, very splendid indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other nonsense and gurbins and shenanigans that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. We need loads of it. More resin. More. Oh, scanning. Blip, 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 scanning. Where's the way out? Oh no, I'm going to run out of oxygen and die. They sound like proper killy death rocks, they do. It's a watermelon. What the bloody hell's that supposed to be? So when you fall down a big hole, you tend to die.